Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine show presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics, and I'm now joined by men's squash junior Ramsay Killinger. Ramsay, thank you so much for your time.
Hey Tim, thanks for having me on.
Your program has a chance to capture some school history coming up on Thursday against Vassar. It'd be the first 16-0 start in the history of the Navy men's squash program. What has enabled this success so far this year?
Yeah, well, it's been a great season so far. I think we had some good talent come in our freshman class. Very talented team, but also a very hardworking team. And I think that showed throughout the fall. Um, we played some top 20 teams. Like it definitely wasn't the easiest schedule, but we had some great wins and we're on pace to set a school record or a program record. So we're super excited to start this weekend off strong and get that 16th win.
During this stretch, your coach Tyler Osborne able to collect his 100th career win with the Midshipmen. What has made him, you think, such an effective coach and allowed himself to really take over this program?
That's a good question. Coach is very stoic. He's obviously isn't a Navy grad. He went to Princeton. But he's the perfect mix of understanding our situation as midshipmen, and he understands like how hard our daily routine is, but he also has a good amount of like your opponents aren't going to care how busy your schedule is, and neither am I to an extent. We're gonna work you hard, and we're gonna have hard practices, and we're gonna make sure you're prepared to compete at the Division 1 level.
Those Princeton grads. Your uncle plays water polo there. Your dad also played water polo at
Yeah.
Bucknell. It seems like the intertwining of academic and athletic rigor in the Killinger family goes back a couple of generations. Where does that come from?
Um, I mean, it's on both sides. So my great grandfather actually was a class of 45 grad here. It's just like a hardworking family, and that's kind of the way I was raised. It's like let's set our standards high, be hardworking, and don't settle. And I think that's really what led me to Navy.
What has allowed you to excel not just on the courts because you're a doubles national champion last year with Alex, but also make the commandant's list and excel in the classroom and in everything else you're doing here in the yard.
I think it's just carrying that mentality of not selling yourself short. I've had some great leaders and mentors at the academy, in my family friends, people who have gone from my high school that went to the academy. Um, I've had some great mentors, and they've given me some great advice, and some great direction on where to go with my Navy career.
You honed in on the Naval Academy specifically. I know you mentioned your great grandfather a little bit ago, but why was Navy the place for you out of all the prestigious academic institutions that you were touring and ultimately wanted to play squash at?
Well, there was the family legacy. Like I've been coming to Annapolis since I was probably like 5 years old. Like I'd come here for 4th of July every year. So I was familiar with Navy. And I was getting recruited for squash to a couple other schools, but I just kept coming back to Navy. And it's actually a funny story. So I was at college nationals my senior year. Um, and I went, it was in Philly, and I went to go actually see like another team, another coach. Um, and I walk in the facility, I'm like watching the other team, and I can hear cheering and like hollering from across the facility. And I'm like, I'm gonna go check that out. Like, I want like what's going on? And it's the Navy team, and it's like we were like the underdogs in this division. We had like a bunch of upsets. Everyone was going crazy. I ended up watching like only the Navy team that entire weekend. And I saw an alumni, Jack Lentz, who's from my hometown. And he talked to me. He was like, I was like, should I do it? And he was like, it's going to be the most rewarding thing you've ever done. It's going to be the best decision you'll ever make. And I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure I went home, texted coach that night. I was like, coach, I want to come. I want to be here.
Sold. I love it. That's a fantastic story. Got a couple of fun ones for you, but first, if you could go back and say any piece of advice to plebe year Ramsey, what would it be?
Mm, that's a good one. Huh. I'd say honestly, like make it like strive even higher. So I'm an operations research major and I love operations research. Um, but the balance between being in your company and athletics and academics is hard. But um, I think I could have strived even higher to have maybe more billets in my company and more involvement there, while also being more involved with the team. Like there isn't a whole lot of free time at the academy, but you can definitely milk it for everything you have. I guess I'd wish I'd done that a bit more, but I really try to live without any regrets.
Well, clearly, to maintain all the success you've had, you got to be able to fuel yourself. Ramsey, we need to know what is your favorite pre-match snack?
Oh, I don't know. I cycle between a couple. I like go to like granola bar or I don't even know, like pretzels, maybe like some sort of like sugary something, and then some electrolytes that usually gets me, and some caffeine that'll usually
Okay.
get me good.
How about if you weren't playing squash? What's your favorite hobby? What are you doing?
I play piano in my free time. Um, play piano. I like to hike. I like to run. I've done some like endurance, like ultra. I did like a 40 miler in my plebe year. Spartan like 50K with one of my teammates, Holden Woodward, last spring. We kind of just like sign up for these events, like don't train too much just because we want the challenge and go out there and have a good time.
All right, before I continue to feel worse about how little I'm doing in my day-to-day life, I'm going to get back to what you guys have coming up this weekend. You've got three matches after that one against Vassar,
Yeah.
against three top 17 opponents, all on the road. You cap it with number 12 Williams. How do you pick up the win? How do you guys continue to find success?
Yeah, so historically we haven't done great in this weekend. Like we've lost my plebe year, like it wasn't great. Like we lost every single match, kind of a blowout. Last year, I think we lost every single one 5-4 or 6-3. So it was definitely a lot closer. And this is something that coach has definitely emphasized as we came back. We've been here for since last Thursday training. Got our break cut short a little bit, but everyone wants to come back and wants to compete. Um, we're all ready. We know we have the capability to do well against these opponents. And now it's can we take the stuff we did in practice, stay healthy, and work hard? And I think we'll see some good results this weekend.
I love it. Best of luck on the road this weekend. We'll be rooting for you and keep
Thank you.
crushing it this year.
Appreciate it.
You have been listening to the Navy Sports Magazine Show, presented by Navy Federal Credit Union. Navy Federal Credit Union is a proud supporter of Navy athletics.